Welcome to Mishna Study Masachet Orlah Perek Aleph Mishnah Dalet. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss a tree that was uprooted, but it still has one root that's attaching that tree to the ground. Is that considered detached, and we need to re-wait another 3 years, or do we say, okay, that's still attached to the ground? And if so, how thick does that root need to be? So ilan shne'akad nishtayir bo shoresh patur. If you have a tree that was uprooted, but it still has one root that's still attaching it to the ground, it's patur. It can still live from that root. That's okay. It's patur from Orlah. Kama yeh bashoresh. How thick does this root have to be? The Ban Shimon ben Gamliel Omer Mishum Rabbi Elazar ben Yehuda Ish bar Tota kemahat shel mitun. It has to be the size, right, the width of a pin of mitun. It literally means of the stretching out. The weavers would use these pins when they would stretch out the cloth. When they're weaving, they would use these two pins to stretch out that cloth. So the width of this pin, right, itself, that's how big this shoresh, this root, would have to be. Harabam actually points out, yesh kori mituach. People actually are gores over here mituach, right, which literally means stretching out, which would make more sense. And then he points out that when it comes to Masechet Kelim, we'll see in the 13th perek of Masechet Kelim, he says, I have another perush there for what this means, this mahat shel mitun, and he'll explain it over there. Over there, he basically explains, which he does in the chibur. Over here, he uses that same explanation. It's a pin that they would wrap around, this linen or this whatever it is that they're using when they were using it for embroidery, right? So it's a little bit of a different pirush, but it's that concept. That's what he's mefarish in the chibur as well. And no one argues that Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, so obviously that's the halach.